Okay, so this is the Module 2 lab activity. It's entitled Forces and Motion Friction, and the link will take you to this particular landing page. And it is important that you choose the option for friction. So make sure you do click on where it says friction. That'll start the simulation. And here's the interface that you wind up seeing. Now notice in the first part of this experiment, the first thing that the instructions tell you to do is to get rid of this crate and put a refrigerator in there. And you do some stuff. And one thing that isn't very important in the very first question is that you reduce your friction all the way down to none. During the first part of the experiment, you will put some friction on, but you're going to start out with no friction at all, and then you're going to apply a force. These are the arrows that is referenced in the instructions. Again, when you click on them, it applies a force. So it's probably easiest, rather than using the slider, to just go ahead and click the increase in increments of 50. Okay, once you've done the first part of the experiment, it tells you to reset, and for the second part of the experiment, they tell you to stack up your crates. So now instead of removing the crate, you're actually going to create a stack that has a total mass of 300. Okay, so now we got a mass of 200 plus 50 plus 50, 300, and you do some stuff to it. Again, make sure you're paying attention to where your friction is, because I believe it tells you to have no friction. Then in the very last, and I guess for the very last question of this simulation, it tells you to reset everything again. This time, just use this plain old crate, and they tell you to have the friction set to lots. And other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. So just pay attention to what you're first of all pushing on. Make sure that you are following the instructions, and also make sure that you have your friction set the way it's supposed to be set for the particular question you're working on.